we've had a major part of Hyperia's construction take place. That's right, a big element of the ride has been completed. Yo, what is going on guys? My name is TheJackSilkstone and welcome back to yet another Project Exodus / Hyperia construction update. That's right, once again you join me on the construction site for the UK's tallest roller coaster. As we now enter the second half of January, literally within the past 24 hours, we've had a major part of Hyperia's construction take place. That's right, a big element of the ride has been completed. So I'll be showing you that in today's video. But yeah, I don't know if you can see from this camera shot, but there is currently ice on this lake just behind me. That is how cold it is. I believe right now it's like -1 degrees. So a massive well done and big up to the workers that are smashing it out here on site, making sure that Hyperia is ready to open this year. As always, today I'm going to take you around the entire construction site, and I'm of course very much looking forward to showing you the brand new Milestone bit of construction that took place yesterday. It's literally towering above me right now. So the major milestone that I've been talking about with Hyperia that happened yesterday was actually the non-inverting immelmann being completed, which is the first element you go into after the ride's first drop. But yesterday, I was out on park getting some photos for the Sparkle project, and just different updates from everywhere. And I noticed that they were one track piece away from that big element being completed. So the entire time that I was going around the park getting pictures at Colossus and Big Easy Boulevard and over at Stealth, I was always watching Hyperia wherever I could across the park, because you can see it from everywhere on park now, just waiting to see a crane lift up that bit of track. And the whole day I saw absolutely nothing. There was just a single gap in this element until I was heading back to the office and I saw the bit of track going up. So I sped walk, pretty much ran across the park to the site, where I of course got this footage where that very last bit of track that connects that element together, and yeah, it went into place. Now thankfully it actually went in really quickly, because I was chatting to some of the workers and they were saying that sometimes it can go up and down like multiple times, because they have to get the exact angle for that track to sit at so that they can then secure all of the bolts and stuff. But amazingly, this piece of track managed to go in super quick, and yeah, they secured it into place, and I was so happy to be able to capture this iconic moment. Now, because it was also rushed, I was unable to vlog yesterday, which is why I'm filming the video a day after. But to be fair, with this blue sky, I'm not complaining at all. And what I'm going to do now is take you back over across the lake so I can show you this awesome element from a new angle. It looks incredible. So unfortunately, I was unable to get over to this side of the site yesterday. As I said, it was all quite rushed. But being here today, I can very much say with confidence that this is one of the best angles to view this new element from. Take a look at this, guys. Wow, look at that. So if I pad up from the lake, you can see just the pure scale of this thing. And yeah, this is of course going to be the very first element that you come out of once you do that massive first drop of the ride. You're going to come straight up into this non-inverting immelmann, which basically means you're not actually going to be upside down at any point on this. Rather than taking this element upside down, you're actually going to be on top of this track. And about this point here, you're going to spin so that you're on top. And then you're obviously going to come down into the big old twist down that lower end. But yeah, it's so cool to see it all completed now, and it really does put into perspective just how big this ride's going to be, because I believe this element right here is about 150 something feet. I'm afraid I don't know it off by heart, but it's just over 150 foot. guys, the ride itself at its tallest point is going to be 236 feet. So we're talking another 80 feet on top of this will be the ride's tallest point, obviously the top of the lift hill. And you've got to remember, Soar the Ride is 100 foot tall. So the scale of this is going to be absolutely silly. But yeah, it's just another element that they can tick off. And as you can see just below it, they are currently adding in another support structure, which I believe is going to be for the dive loop, which as you can see still has yet to be completed. So yeah, the supports that are going in now are similarly to this, going to basically join up this dive loop as it comes over, and eventually that bit of track will join up with this gold bit just in front of the first drop track. So that gold bit will eventually come over and you'll be diving down into the splashdown with the help of this support structure. So apology for the noise whilst I'm filming this clip, but I've headed over to the ride's splashdown, where of course the ride will come along and water will spray up on either side of the train. Here's an amazing view of that. But yeah, the reason that I've come over here is to give you guys a closer look at this new support tower that is currently being constructed. And yeah, this has literally flown up over the past few hours. Like, that is how quickly these guys are working. Absolute legends. But yeah, one other thing that I've noticed whilst I was walking around the lake is they're actually removing a lot of the dirt that they used to fill in this lake. That's what this digger down this end of the site is doing, and there's loads of tipper trucks that are constantly moving out dirt. So yeah, about a year ago, as I'm sure you guys know if you've been watching these construction updates for a long time, this whole area, where I'm standing in fact, was a beautiful lake that Loggers Leap used to go around back when this area was Old Town. But obviously they filled in this lake with loads of dirt so that they could construct the roller coaster itself, and they could put in all of the footers and foundations, and then obviously the supports and track. Rather than doing it over water, they kind of built out the lake. But yeah, it now seems like they are slowly but surely removing a lot of the dirt from the lake and obviously restoring it back to the beautiful site that it was before. It's not going to be a quick process at all. It took them ages to fill it in the first place, but yeah, it's awesome to see that they finally made a start on removing a lot of that dirt. So as well as all of the groundwork preparations that are starting to take place on site, ready to make this ride presentable for when it opens, well, just behind me, we've had some landscaping deliveries in the form of some plants and foliage. Yeah, we've got some down here, and then there's also a load more back towards the site offices. So yeah, it won't be long before these plants and stuff are kind of put into place, and it will turn this kind of muddy construction site into a beautiful, well-landscaped roller coaster. But yeah, I haven't been over to this part of the site for a very long time. For those of you that are Fright Nights fans, this is actually where you used to start the horror maze, platform 15. So yeah, you used to look down there towards Screech Rye Village, as they called it in that maze. And yeah, it's just crazy how much it's transformed. But the reason I'm bringing you over here is to show you this amazing sightline. Normally, you'd never be able to go in here because obviously when Soar the Ride is operating, this is ride area, so you're not allowed in here. But because it's closed season, the rides are currently being worked on, so no cars are going around Soar at the moment. You're able to come in here and look at this, guys. It's amazing how Soar the Ride kind of frames Hyperia in the middle. And yeah, I thought I'd show you this just to put, once again, Hyperia into perspective. When you're riding Soar, like it's a tall ride, isn't it? Like, it's scary, and this airtime hill is probably my favourite part of Soar the Ride, apart from the indoor drop. That is incredible. But yeah, just look at the size comparison between Soar's airtime hill and obviously the brand new non-inverting Immelmann that's just gone in on Hyperia. It's absolutely insane. And again, I feel like a broken record, but this part of Hyperia isn't even the tallest point. It's going to get even taller once that lift hill starts going in. absolutely crazy. And yeah, hopefully it won't be too long at all before we do start seeing that lift hill go into place. There's not too much more work to do on the actual roller coaster ride itself. As I showed you, they're currently working on the dive loop. We've still got the bit outside of a station, and then after that, it's just the lift hill going down into that first drop. So yeah, construction is slowly but surely coming to an end on this roller coaster. I mean, they're definitely leaving the best till last, obviously with the lift hill. That's going to be absolutely amazing to capture. But then after that, we're still far from finished. There's still going to be loads of work going on in the area. Obviously all of the landscaping work, all of the work on the ride's plaza with the queue line going in, and the work on the station and kind of styling the whole area. That's going to take loads of time as well. So yeah, although construction is racing along, as I said, these guys are absolutely amazing at their jobs. We've still got a decent amount of time, and the updates are going to keep coming through everything that happens in regards to this project. But yeah, that does bring me to the end of yet another Hyperia update. Be sure to subscribe to be notified when I upload even more of these. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. My name's TheJackSilkstone. Goodbye. See you next time.